Okay, now there are players who like to attach the strap not using a cradle system. And this is a real nice leather, soft leather, good time banjo strap that works for Vegas and works for Eagle banjos. And you see, it comes to you with the shoelaces, so you can use it as a cradle strap. But it also comes with some little screws. These are called Chicago screws. And let me just show you off the banjo how this works. Let's say, disregard this for, oh, you know what? I'm going to take this off of here because you guys come to us for the real stuff and we're going to give it to you. So here we go. I'm taking off the little tie here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a loop so that we can loop this strap around one of the brackets. And because this one is made for the good time, it slips through very nicely and comfortably. So, you know, you don't have to have 3 men and a boy trying to pull and, you know, get your strap through. And you take this strap, or these Chicago screws. I don't know why they're called Chicago screws. Maybe they were invented in Chicago. But anyhow, you take this screw and you put one side into one hole of the strap, and you put the other side through the other side of the strap, and then you tighten the screw. And these will accommodate a lot of different straps, these Chicago screws. They may not work for some of the real thick straps. So we generally will ship these Chicago screws with all of our straps so that if perchance you wanted to attach your strap by the Chicago screw loop method, which is a very excellent way to do it, by the way, you can do it, but there are some straps like our Rustic leather strap. And as you can see, when I double this over, I'm about a medium-sized hand or so. And when I put my thumb next to it, you can kind of see how thick that leather is together. Those Chicago screws might work in this, but we generally don't include Chicago screws with these really super thick straps. These are meant purely as a cradle strap. So, but when it comes to some of the thinner leather, the Chicago screws can be used, and to good effect. Now you're probably wanting to know, when would I use a Chicago screw loop system, or when would I use a cradle system? Well, that's a really good question. Some players feel that looping the banjo strap in such a fashion like this allows the strap to pull the neck up a little bit more, and that the cradle strap can slip so you don't quite get the lift on the neck. That can be the case if you have a really, really thin strap and it goes underneath and it can slide. But then all you have to do is, when you're using a cradle strap, if you're tying it on top of itself wrapped around a bracket hook, it's just as tight. So I think that the folks that tend to prefer the cradle straps like the security of the cradle strap, because it goes down and ties around the whole banjo. Whereas there is the possibility, if this hook came loose, you know, the strap's hooked onto it. I've never seen it happen, but it could happen, I suppose, that the hook could come loose and the strap could slip off of it. So I would suggest, if you're buying one of our cradle straps, you can try it both ways, because you will get a little package with most of the cradle straps, not the big thick ones, but you'll get a little set of Chicago screws with your strap. So you can use it either as a cradle strap or with the Chicago screws.